I'm still annoyed because this next segment is equally frustrating. All right, so I was talking about the border. I think I talked about it with Chandler earlier in the week. So the border is a hot mess. Del Rio is basically a brand new city, has just been formed, right? A Haitian city. They're not all Haitians, but a lot of them are. So they were trying to cross the border in different areas. And Border Patrol was using horseback to be able to get into the areas where they were coming across, which makes sense because horses can get into places that four-wheelers and other things can't get to. It's Texas. It makes sense. And they were caught, well, in the eyes of the media and the progressives in the government, whipping these Haitians, straight whipping them with whips. Now, I heard that and I was like, this sounds ridiculous. This cannot be true. I couldn't believe it, but it is the case. Now, let me show you this picture. I don't have the picture in question. I got to have it. I know I have it somewhere. Here it is. Nope, this is not it. Oh my gosh, so many different tabs open. All right. I don't have the exact picture of it, but they were, here's an image of them. All right, this is the Border Patrol on horseback, and they had the reins in their hand, okay, and they were quite long. I saw some videos of them, you know, like hitting both sides of the horse, you know, as cowboys do. I don't know if these guys are cowboys, but, you know, you see when horse handlers are trying to get the horse to go to a new area, they'll slap the reins to either side to get the horse to, like, giddy up a little bit. It was those that they confused with whips, and they ran with it. Boy, did they run with it. So much so that now it's being used as an icon for systemic racism. I am not joking at all. Kamala Harris finally came out and talked about the southern border, about the seriousness of how it is, you know, showing the oppression that we've put people through in our country and how it should be shamed and there needs to be an investigation. How about you stem the tide of the people coming illegally over the border, period, Kamala? That's your job. You're the border czar, aren't you? Well, look at this. Because of it, Biden bans the use of Border Patrol after alleged whipping controversy. They are getting rid of Border Patrol horses now. I am not joking. They are seriously getting rid of them. Jen Psaki announced that the administration will be prohibiting the use of horses by the U.S. Border Patrol agents in Del Rio, Texas, where thousands of illegal immigrants, mostly from Haiti, have amassed to cross into the United States. It was following a controversy involving horseback-mounted agents whose reins were either deliberately or mistakenly identified as whips by members of the press, pundits, and politicians, not Republicans. Reins, which horse riders use to steer their mounts, see a variety of uses. Riders can spin them to deter people from getting too close to the horse, which is something that we did in fact see, but they weren't whipping people, okay? And this is where it gets crazy. All right, this is from Katie Pavlich. She's just a proud American. She posts a lot of news like this. The Department of Homeland Security is now classifying the whip hoax, which it is indeed a hoax, and I'll get to that, as an example of systemic racism. Wow. Is anybody surprised at all? I don't think we are. Why isn't this loading? Here we go. Here is Kamala Harris.
You and I both saw of those. I've been very clear about the images that you and I both saw of those law enforcement officials on horses. I was outraged by it. It was horrible and deeply troubling. There's been now an investigation that is being conducted, which I fully support, and there needs to be consequence and accountability.
Human beings consequences and accountability. All right, so the accountability part. Kamala, You were supposed to be in charge of the border months ago. And guess what? You messed up. You are the reason all those people are coming across the border, Kamala. All right, so are you going to be held responsible? Because it's your fault. The Biden administration stopped the planes going back to Haiti to bring people back home on September 8th. And guess what? More people surged across the border. Again, that's the Biden administration's fault. My, Kamala Harris.
To not be treated that way. And as we all know, it also evoked images of some of the worst moments of our history.
Oh my gosh, it evoked images. Where's my safe space? I need to go cry because something was invoked in me that really brings back the horrors that someone somewhere dealt with. Because it wasn't you, Kamala Harris. In fact, you're the one who actually held innocent men behind bars for cheap labor in California. Remember that? Yeah, this woman's a terrible person. Kamala, you are a terrible person. I'm sorry. I cannot stand this woman. I'm shocked she didn't laugh. I'm shocked. Where's the laughter?
Where that kind of behavior has been used against the indigenous people of our country, has been used against African Americans during times of slavery.
Wow. She couldn't even say that part with a straight face. Why are you laughing? Why? Because she's the worst actor on the political stage, hands down. I cannot stand this woman. Everything she talks about is a lie. And look at this. The photographer behind the controversial photos speaks exclusively to KTSM. They depicting the Border Patrol agents on horseback told KTSM things are not exactly what they seem when it comes to those photos. The photographs, which were taken Sunday, appear to show agents on horses with whip in hand. The photos caught outrage because of certain angles. It appears to show Border Patrol whipping migrants. But photographer Paul Raj, I don't know how to say his last name, said he and his colleagues never saw agents whipping anyone. Some of the Haitians' men started running, trying to go around the horses, he says. Raj is a photographer based in Las Cruces and has been in Del Rio since Friday. He took the photographs from the Mexican side. I've never seen them whip anyone. He was swinging it, but it can be misconstrued when you're looking through at a picture. The photos drew immense criticism. Immense, yeah. They will use anything they can to bamboozle all of these people that are blind to it. It is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the Department of Homeland Security came out and he was like talking about how, wait, do I have that one? I think I have that actually, him speaking. Department of
our entire
Homeland
nation
Security comes out
saw
here.
horrifying images that do not reflect who we are, who we aspire to be, or the integrity and values of our truly heroic personnel in the Department of Homeland Security.
Oh my gosh. Shut up. What do you think that they're all going on this lie? It just makes me think of the whole Steele dossier, the whole Rushgate thing that I was talking about earlier. It's all the same thing. They take one image, I mean, which anything could be doctored, anything could be viewed a specific way, and just like the photographer said, from certain angles, it seemed like they were whipping people. Not once were they whipping people. They weren't doing it. It's all based on a lie, and guess what? They are running with it. They are like, yes, this is perfect. This is ammunition to whip up a frenzy for all our bamboozled sheep out there, to make them angry and maintain control over them. Because these people will even if you bring all this, even if you show the other images, well, you probably just didn't see, no one took a picture when they were whipping them. Okay, well, no one saw, the dude was sitting there since Friday. The pictures are from Sunday. He's the one who took the pictures. Him and his colleagues didn't see anyone getting whipped at all. Now they're getting their horses taken away. At least the Border Patrols are starting to get pissed. They're furious with Biden's promise to make them pay. He just started a war, they said. The Border Patrol agents are reportedly furious with Joe Biden's comments on a debunked claim that some agents were whipping migrants at the border. Biden said on Friday addressed claims that Border Patrol agents on horseback were whipping and running over migrants. So it's escalated. Not only were they whipping them, now they're running over them. You see how they do this? They escalate it. They don't even care. They're allowed to lie, thanks to the Smith-Mundt Act that was snuck into the National Defense Authorization Act of 2013. Page 1,000 something. One line. The U.S. media can lie to the American citizens. Yes, I'm paraphrasing what that law specifically is, but that's essentially what it is. It doesn't matter anymore. These people don't even care. He's the sitting president of the United States talking about how Trump said there's fine people. It's like, that's been debunked. This dude constantly spouts it, probably still would drop it in a line just to whip up a frenzy of the people that will believe anything that he says. Well, now he's saying that these Border Patrol agents were running over the Haitians. So now it's just escalated. Well, we got to pick it up a notch. Well, now they weren't just whipping them, they were running over them. We got to get those horses. We're going to make these people pay. Joe Biden, it is your fault that our border is 100% open as it is. Trump was building a wall. I didn't know how I felt about the wall until Biden canceled the wall and all these people started spilling over. It could have been finished. But Biden basically said anything that has Trump's name connected to it, we got to snip. We got to stop that. That includes giving Big Pharma the big FU for price gouging American citizens. I thought that was an amazing deal that Trump made. That was one of the biggest. I was like, this is amazing. They can't overcharge for insulin now? Awesome. Yeah, thank you, Trump. I mean, I'm not a diabetic, but I have diabetics in my family. I know diabetics, and insulin's an insanely high-priced item that they need to live. And guess what? Trump made it super cheap. He made it so that they have to sell it. If you can get it cheaper in Mexico, guess what? American companies, you got to sell it at that level. All right? No more price gouging American citizens. Biden took that back. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked because Biden is an absolute mess who caused this. He even said, he's like, we're going to, give amnesty to people, and they're trying to make it part of infrastructure. How is that infrastructure? I don't understand at all. And yet again, these people are bamboozled. I love this quote from Carl Sagan. I mean, nonstop. They are no longer interested in finding out the truth. They don't even care. They don't want to know the truth because they would have to admit they're wrong. Their entire worldview would change. And they can't have that. They can't have their worldview change. No. Because they've been straight, pardon my French, but I'm going to swear, they've been pure assholes to everyone around them. I've been at the brunt of it. I've had people, liberal associates of my past, straight up rip me apart. All but call me someone in the Klan, saying I need all that's missing now for me is a hood. Like, if you guys know anything about me, like that couldn't be further from the truth. I value character. I don't care what your skin color is. If you're a good person, that's what I want. I want you to be a good person. If you're nice to me, I'm going to be nice to you. If you cross me, if you lie to me, if you steal from me, I don't care what your skin color is. I'm going to cut you out of my life. Peace. All right? If you disrespect me, I'm going to remember that. If you disrespect me again, I'm like, you know what? I don't accept being disrespected. And if I did, I'd be your friend. Okay? But I don't accept it. So I don't deserve it. There was a quote that I learned a long time ago. If you accept something, you deserve it. These people are accepting being bamboozled. They're accepting being lied to. They're accepting the elections being fortified. They're accepting that the Russiagate was real, even though it wasn't. They deserve all of these lies. They deserve what they're getting. The problem is, I have to live in this world with them. Right? We all have to live in this place where these democratic people in charge are making rules for all of us. Sure, they might deserve to be sheep, but its fallout is starting to affect all of us, and I'm sick of it.